Well, I'm very proud to represent our city, known as Military City, USA, in the U.S. House of Representatives. And this film is very special to me for many reasons, one of which is that I'm also a proud West Sider that grew up on the west side of San Antonio, like JV. You know, our city has a long military history, and it's known as Military City, USA, not just because of the many military bases over the years that were housed here, the military installation known as Joint Base San Antonio, and the many veterans who call San Antonio home, but also because of so many service members over the years who went and joined war. Over the generations, there have been so many fathers and mothers who watched their sons and now their daughters go off to faraway lands to fight on behalf of the United States and our allies. They anguished for them. They reveled in every note or every letter or every email that they received from them. They hoped for their safety and for their safe return. And many did come home, but some, like JV, never did. And those families still live in anguish today. So I want to take a second to recognize any of the Gold Star families that are here with us today and thank them for their sacrifice as well. And you know, the west side of San Antonio over the years has given so much, not only to our city, but to our country. I said that I was a West Sider. I grew up, for those of you that are familiar with the Kennedy High School area, my dad taught at Kennedy for several years. He taught in the Edgewood District for 26 years, 31 as a teacher. And I grew up on Weir Street, which is right by the DPS building off of General McMullen. And there is so much heart and so much humility and hard work in those neighborhoods. And unfortunately, as we've sent many soldiers and service members to war, when they've come back, unfortunately, our government has not always treated them the way they should be treated. Y'all know, for example, that for years it took Vietnam veterans to get the government to recognize the harmful effects of Agent Orange. It took many years for Afghanistan and Iraq veterans to get the government to acknowledge the damage that burn pits did to so many. I was proud, as a representative of San Antonio, to be the first member of Congress, along with a United States Senator, to host a forum on the effects of burn pits in the United States Congress several years ago. And fortunately, a few years ago, President Biden signed the PACT Act to make sure that we remedy those injustices. And this documentary, of course, I'm looking forward to seeing it, but as I understand, it's a documentary about war, about the brutality of war, but also about brotherhood and love and sacrifice. And it's the story of our proud hero, JV, who was a proud Mexican-American Marine. And that's important because oftentimes, especially now, when Latinos are characterized in the media, they're often defined by negative stereotypes. Hispanics as drug dealers, as quote-unquote illegal, as gangbangers. This is an important statement, an acknowledgement that the Latino community, many of them have been service members and soldiers who have done right by this country, who have contributed to the country, and who have made us proud. That's what this story is about today. And so, y'all, I'm proud to be in a room full of veterans and artists and visionaries and doers. And I want to thank the Latino Public Broadcasting for co-producing the film and for highlighting stories like this worth sharing. A special thank you to Luis Ortiz, the managing director at LPB, and to the filmmakers, Laura Varela, Andrew James Gonzalez, and everybody involved in the film for your efforts telling this important story for San Antonio and for the world to see. And I believe that JV would be proud to see us gathered here today. And in his memory, we'll come together, speak up for service members and for veterans, and share his story. I look forward to sharing his story with members of Congress in the coming weeks and the coming months. May his legacy live on in this film, in the stories that we share, and in our community. Thank y'all so much, and God bless you.